How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on The Savior Show. That's right, get excited, get pumped up, guys, because we are going to be talking about an amazing television show that has basically influenced social culture massively, and I'm going to be talking about why I love this show so much, but my feelings with it being stretched out for so long and now it's entering its 24th season, and why I feel like this show kind of needs to stop and basically should die, which is a little bit sad to say because I'm a huge fan of South Park. Don't get me wrong, I love South Park, okay? But I do believe now that South Park has gone on far too long and it's time for it just to stop, okay? So those little things I'm going to be talking about. And guys, if you enjoy this video, I hope you drop a like and subscribe for more amazing and original videos, of course. And guys, I hope you're all safe and happy, my little sinners, in this beautiful time to be alive, okay, right now, because 2020 is the peak golden age of humanity, okay? It's all been leading up to this point where we can happily sit in our houses and obey like good little doggies, okay guys? So let me know what you think about this video. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below because I want to hear what you think about this, and if you feel the same opinions I have, or if you have different opinions, let me know and I'll be sure to reply, okay guys? So South Park, okay, it's an amazing show. It's, you know, full of dark satire. It's basically a sick parody reflection of our world and of our, you know, the things that we think are important, like celebrity culture and basically, you know, anything. It, you know, the beautiful thing about South Park is it doesn't hold any, it doesn't, you know, hold back anything, okay? Like nothing is off limits for South Park. It can be racial, it can be, you know, it can tackle with terrorism, it can tackle with anything, but somehow it always makes it funny and it somehow always makes it relative, you know, with the PC babies and all that good stuff. It's just an amazing show. And I remember, you know, I watching South Park when I was in high school and all that stuff, and, you know, everyone would bond, everyone would talk about it. It was a hot topic. You would have the people who loved Family Guy, and then you would have the people who loved South Park, and there was basically an almost like war against these two groups, which was always kind of funny to me. But obviously I do feel South Park is a superior show because I did previously talk about why I don't think Family Guy is funny, because it just does these like you know, slapstick kind of humor. It doesn't matter about the context, okay? South Park has always been about context. It's about, you know, actual reality and, you know, flipping it on its head and, you know, just showing the, you know, the complete stupidity that is our real world. And that's why South Park is truly amazing. So I feel like the show was at its peak in season 4, between season 4 and season 12, okay? That's when I feel like South Park was at its best. It always had like different adventures with the boys, okay? Now it's trying to be more, since like the new seasons have come out, it's trying to be more like a normal story arc where every episode, you know, kind of carries on to the next episode. And I like that. I like the fact that South Park doesn't just reset every episode like Family Guy does. But at the same time, you know, it does kind of lose a lot of its, you know, interesting episodes when everything is kind of related to one another, okay? It was much more interesting when, yes, they would still do callbacks to previous episodes, but each episode was its own adventure. And for people who have made the show, Trey Parker and all the writing staff and everyone who's worked on the show, I feel like they're getting pretty sick of producing South Park. I mean, they've actually gone on record saying that they don't really want to make South Park anymore, but they've been held in a contract and they've been forced to make South Park. And, you know, the games are pretty good, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, that's when they were starting to sell out a little bit, where they kind of knew that the South Park brand was so big that, you know, there would basically be so many fanboys out there in the world who would, you know, just buy anything related to South Park. So they didn't have to try as hard. And yes, the new episodes are funny, and it's still very, you know, relative to, you know, the reflection of our current world, and that's still brilliant. But I feel like now that they've gone on this more narrative route, it kind of loses some of its edge that it originally had, and I don't like that. And I just feel like you shouldn't be producing a show if the actual creators themselves don't even want to be making the show anymore. And I just feel like it's losing a lot of its satire and its humor that once made it so really, really brilliant. It's not it's not up to the highest standards that it used to be, and it just feels like it's kind of mediocre now. And I'm not saying that because I don't like it anymore. I still like it. I just feel like you can see that they've kind of lost touch with their creative spark that they had when they started out with making South Park episodes. Okay, you can see that they've lost the the creative edge, and they basically just put out stuff that they know it's gonna do well. They know it's still quite funny, but a lot of the episodes can be sometimes a hit or miss, which is a little bit sad. And I just feel like it's a good thing that it is coming to an end, and it should come to an end in the next season, or I don't think it should go on much longer than it has been. That's all I'm saying. And it's much better, like I said, than Family Guy, that's for sure. And you can see that it's had such an impact on comedies in general, and not just comedies, but just adult cartoons in general, like Rick and Morty, for example. It basically takes a lot of what makes South Park so great, and turns it on its head with the satire and the cynical narcissism, and the nihilistic attitude of the show. But Rick and Morty has sadly fallen downhill as well. So South Park, I still think, is the top dog of all adult comedies, and I still love it for that. I just feel like it's time they moved on to a new project, because these guys are geniuses, okay? They've made some amazing stuff, that isn't even related to South Park, like the Book of Mormon, for example. I mean, the Mormon episode in South Park is just truly hilarious. It's great, and they made a whole play pretty much, just destroying the Mormons. I mean, the people behind South Park are just absolute geniuses. They don't care that if they upset, celebrity culture. They don't care if they, talk about things that are off limits, okay? Because they see the world for what it is. Yes, this is meant to be a joke, and yes, it's meant to be satire, but sadly, a lot of it is so close to reality, and that's why it's so funny, because they can see that there's so many twisted, stupid things that people do, and what the world thinks is important, and it just makes a complete joke out of it all. And that's why South Park is truly an amazing show, and I hope that the creators go on to make something else that is as amazing as South Park. I just feel like South Park now needs to basically stop, because it's not it's gone past its peak, okay? It's not going to go up anymore, it's just going down, and the creative juices aren't really flowing anymore. The writers and the main creators have said themselves they don't want to be doing it anymore. So I just think it's time for it to stop. It would be cool if they released like a final game, because this game was really good. For one, I'm showing on footage right now, and I feel like they are actually really talented when it comes to game design as well, and making funny games. The only problem with the game is I feel like the gameplay wasn't super gripping for me, but the whole story and all the jokes and all that kind of stuff I really enjoyed. So I just think they need to basically move forwards, and I can't wait to see what they do next. And yeah, that's my opinion on South Park 2020 and why I think South Park needs to stop. And yeah, I love the show, but all good things have to come to an end, sadly. If you keep pushing them out, then it's just going to become another corporate Hollywood schlock, like we've seen with so many other TV shows where they just don't know when to stop, or movies, they just make sequels and reboots and all that stuff. And, South Park is anti all that stuff. So if they have any kind of integrity farms left, then they should really just, quit now while they are still have some kind of respect left. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your opinions are on South Park, and if you think that it's still just as funny as it used to be, or if you share the same ideas that I have and you feel like it's kind of dipping down a bit now and they just should call it quits. Let me know your opinions, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Have yourself a blessed day and stay safe. Peace out. Me wham wham wazzle, I'm back, guys, and I just want to quickly say before this video ends, I have actually released a new song and it will be on Spotify very, very soon. It's called Yogi Bounce. And guys, if you like my music, if you support my music, please just do me a huge favor and go down into the link below. Stream my music on Spotify. If you enjoy it, buy the song, and you can pre-order Yogi Bounce. I think it's mid-June, and that would mean a great deal to me. And guys, if you enjoy South Park, and if you want me to talk about another show or something else, let me know in the comments down below. And like I said, have yourself a blessed day and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.